Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Patty. I go by Pattymac Makes everywhere online. In today's video, actually let me just say this. Today's video is the result of a viewer poll that I took through the community tab yesterday, where I asked, are you guys interested in seeing the couple of items that I picked up from Joann yesterday? And some people said no, but 96% of you said yes, cough it up, we want to see what you got. You know, I want to do more on the channel than just be constantly showing haul videos or unboxings or whatever, but to be honest, people like to see, and this includes myself, I always like to see what people get because I get ideas and it's fun to see what was in the store. So that is why I decided to go ahead and film this video for you today. My Joann store that I typically go to is in Hilltop, which is part of Virginia Beach. It's probably 5 or 6 miles from the ocean front. It's a nice store. It's where I do most of my shopping because it's convenient. It's my neighborhood store, so to speak. I thought that the stock looked pretty good. I specifically went over to get some more fusible quilt batting. I wanted to just kind of flesh out my stockpile. I have 2 full yards and then some like partial cuts, and I decided that I wanted to go ahead and add another 2 or 3 yards, and that's what I did. And then of course I had to walk around and look, and I picked up a few other things. There were some holes on the wall of quilting cottons, but it wasn't terrible. But there were a few openings where they're just, I guess, not getting stuff in quite as much as we're used to seeing. The Valentine selection was really, really low, but I noticed that there was Valentine stock like sitting on the pallet to be put out on the shelves. So I think that they're just kind of low on people working in the store. So that might be why some of our stock is not out. When we go to the shop, there's just not enough people there to get everything out. So I was glad to see that some things had come in. I'll also tell you, I noticed that the quilting cottons were on sale, and they used to always be $3.99 a yard when they put them on sale. Now it's $5.99 a yard. So that's almost double. So the inflation is definitely coming into play. As the prices keep going up, I will buy less and less. Part of my strategy right now is to get things that I know I'm going to need over the next really couple of years. The supply chain crisis, it's a real thing. I know people don't want to talk about politics or, we only want happy talk, but, you can't live in a fantasy world forever. So if you're not planning ahead, I would strongly suggest that you rethink that plan. Okay, that's enough mom talk. All right, let's take a look at what I've got. It's already out of the bag. I'm just going to put it on the top of the table, and I'll just show you what I picked up yesterday and my plans for it. I did have a plan in mind for everything. And the shocking cost of all of it, because it was a little bit shocking. It was more than a little bit shocking. And everything was on sale, and I used coupons, and still. Okay, let's jump in. Here's everything that I picked up yesterday, and this is not much. When I look at this is very little. And when she rang up the bill for me, I almost choked. It was like, let me see, what was it before? Before I took all the discounts, it was like $155. Okay? for that, what you see on the table. Now, when I used my coupons that I had, it turned out to be $115.57. $115, guys. And this is in Joann Fabric, and I don't regard Joann Fabric as being fancy. Okay, to me I like it. I think they have nice stuff. To me, that's the Walmart of fabric and craft shopping. That's the bargain place. It's not fancy. Anyway, $115. So anyway, this is what I got, and let's roll through. We'll do the fabric last because that's always the most fun. But I went ahead and picked up some thread, and now I'm looking at it, and I'm not sure that it's going to be the right texture, but the color is really good. I had trouble finding a thread that I really wanted, so that might actually have to go back, but I don't know. We'll try. It says it's quilting, so. Anyway, I picked colors that I don't have. I have a lot of reds and pinks and greens, but I didn't have any black, and I need black for a specific project. All of this was for specific projects that I'm doing. So I didn't just go in and higgly-piggly pick up whatever. I tried to really have a plan. So anyway, the thread was buy 3, and you get 2 free. So I tried to get a nice selection of colors. So that's the thread. Got those. And then I went ahead and got just another little card of sewing machine needles. I do like the Schmetz, and I got them in the Universal 7010. So that's just going to go into my little kitty of machine needles. Pick those up. I got a new measuring tape because I have misplaced the other one that I had, so I went ahead and got a new one. And you know, I do use these from time to time for measuring like how long I need for a border to be, or if I'm measuring the outside of a project to figure binding, you know, how much fabric I need to cut to make a binding. So I went ahead and got a new one. I love these disappearing ink pens. I talk about them all the time, and I went ahead and got a couple of them. I'm just going to put them away in my stash for later. I got the one that's kind of a thick line, and then this one is more of a fine line. And I use these for all sorts of things. I mark my blocks when I'm doing my HSTs, and I use it in embroidery projects to draw the design onto the fabric to stitch. So I just went ahead and got a couple more. These are expensive. They're $8 a piece now. So anyway, I have a few ahead. I need to look in there and really get a handle on how many I have, because I would like to have a few of those ahead because I really like these. Usually I will use the plastic teeth zippers when I make bag projects and that type of thing, but I wanted to try this one that's a metal zip because I've been seeing people using these really bold metal zippers in some of their bag projects, and I've got stuff in mind coming up, so I thought I would try this. And then of course with this I will make it as a tab on either end, which would be something new. So anyway, it's a 9-inch zipper, and I loved the color, and yeah, that will be coming soon. So this is what I really went in for, which is the fusible quilt batting. It's a Pellon product, and I always get it off of a bolt. I like this product. It holds up well, and I use it in all of my placemats, and I actually use it in a lot of my table runners as well. So, but as things are the way they're going, I'll probably just keep this to my bags and placemats, and then use the regular quilt batting to do table runners and that type of thing. But anyway, I got another couple yards of that, so I'm about probably 5 yards in stash, which is pretty good. So that's where I am with that. These are what I picked up from my fabrics, and I just thought this was beautiful. And it would go with a lot of different things. I do have something in mind for it already, so I'll have to work on that project, but I thought this was really pretty, and I hadn't seen this in the store. Isn't that gorgeous? So I got 2 yards of that. I have learned to just, you know, buy 2 yards. Just get 2 yards. You will use it somewhere. And I find that if I don't get the 2 yards, I always wind up short when I need it. So I went ahead and got the 2 yards. I had to stop the recording for a second. My Amazon person pulled up, and they were just rocking the house listening to Madonna's Like a Prayer. And I had to stop recording because, you know, you get dinged for music on videos. So Anyway, but she was just having a good old time. And you know what? It always makes me feel good when young people are enjoying the old tunes. I remember that when it came out. I have the original CD from the time. So when I see a young person just grooving on the classics, it makes me happy. Anyway, all right, I bought two neutrals, the low volumes as they call them, and I did that because I have a tendency to not buy the neutrals to balance out in block designs. I tend to, really want, the prints and this type of stuff. And you've got to have this or your stuff is just going to not be balanced. So I wound up getting two different tone on tone. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. So this is just like little bitty flowers, and I thought it was so pretty. And I like the cream. I prefer that to the stark white. I've got some stuff that's in more of a white, and I always like the cream a little bit better. It's just, I don't know. It's just more pleasing to my eye. And that's the thing, we all have different taste, so we can make things the way that we like it. This is like can you see that? Let's see. Yeah. There's a whole line of these from Joann where it's like little crosses, little X's. And I have purchased several different colors in this print, and I really, really like these. I have one that's in a gold that I think is stunning, and it was really stupid. I only bought 1 yard, and it's never come back. This is what happens to me. I see these things, and I'm like, oh, I really like that, and then I'm stingy, and I only get the yard, and then it's never enough, and then it doesn't come back. So I got 2 yards of that. I probably could have gotten more, but I got 2 yards. Okay, for the last one, this is so cute, and I just could not resist. Look at all of the vintage ladies. All of these beautiful 70s ladies. I absolutely love this. This is like, there's me. I even have the yellow background. So I loved it. I had to have it, and it's going to go with the newest quilt project that I'm working on. And I said I wasn't going to buy anything for the quilt. I was only going to use what was in stash and on hand. And then when I saw this, I was like, you know what? I want that for my border, because I was kind of struggling with my outer border that is going to be a really wide print. And when I saw that, I thought, that's the one. If you're wondering what I'm talking about in terms of the project, go scroll the community tab, and you'll see where I did this just spur of the moment quilt project. I had to do it. So anyway, it's over there, and this is going to be the outer border, and I'm going to get that on over the weekend. But I haven't really done a video on that project because I just started it, and moving along, it's moving along. So for this weekend, I will be cutting this and putting it on as the wide outer border. I'm super excited to see how it looks. And yeah, I want that on my bed by the end of the month. I really want that done. So that is moving along. And this works well if I wanted to do like some kind of blocks. I don't know. I just know I wanted it for the border on my quilt. And that's everything. So 2, 4, 6, and I got 3 yards of this, so that's 9. I got 9 yards of fabric, 2 yards of fusible quilt batting, 5 spools of thread, and then the odds and ends. And that's about $115 with sale prices and coupons will get you in Joann right now. I think that's a little bit scary. Anyway, that's what I've got. So that's the little mini haul, such as it is, and that's the video for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. Those of you who wanted to see what I picked up, there it is. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, happy sewing.